for that Bane that you were talking about. So explaining why they didn't end up banning it themselves. And it's great against Storm Spirit again, being able to drain his mana, hold in place for a super long time through that BKB after he gets it. Makes him a solid hero. Just wait in the trees, hope that the Storm Spirit eventually messes up, and can maybe catch him while he's balling in and out of his base. As far as the Razor ban out, the number one hero that I think of when I see the Razor ban is Troll Warlord, because it just absolutely bodies that hero. But I don't think that Troll Warlord is really that pickable. Like, it's not a carry that you want to grab a lot of time for the sake of being a good carry. It's something you ban out specifically to counter something on lane like a Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Well, that Razor and I guess Templar Assassin and whatnot. But sorry, continue.
I don't even know where I was going. I just started talking, and I was hoping that eventually the brain would catch up. But yeah, the troll just it's just not. It's really not that popular. And like I said, there was one instance where Double King picked it up himself for Mystery Machine, but that game didn't really go well. And 5RAT, I don't really think you want to pick it up for yourself. I mean, DNM could play it for sure, but it's a little bit strange. Not entirely sure what the point was with the Razor ban. I guess, yeah, we'll find out eventually. But for now, Mystery Machine are dragging their feet a little bit, honestly. This is a lot of reserve time for the fact that we're halfway through the ban, or not the ban, excuse me, the draft here. So, okay, well, there's what the decision was. The Timber Saw coming out for them, and kind of surprised the Timber made it all the way through there, considering Mystery Machine themselves had been banning out pretty much exclusively core heroes, but they let the Timber Saw through so they can grab it themselves, and now if you're 5RAT, that's not a fun situation to have to go up against.
I mean, I think Bane is okay against the Timbersaw on lane. You're never at any massive threat of dying because you can just brain zap him to heal yourself back up. You can hold him play with the Nightmare when he's trying to like walk down your teammates because none of his damage really comes from burst, comes from wearing people down. So it's not like the perfect hero for this game, but they have a lot of early game aggression. They can just be able to dive towers with these heroes. They are still needing a safe laner. They'll probably pick something that goes pretty fast on Mystery Machine, but I'm not really sure at this point. Maybe like an Ursa, but you only really pick that when you're playing against like a lane that just can't fight into the Ursa. I'm sure they'll decide based on whatever 5RATFORCESTAFF grab. They need something themselves that can lane against a Timbersaw, though. That is not what I was expecting.
There's not really any significant follow-up to a Chrono play from that Faceless Void. That's kind of funky, but I mean, I guess it's a hero that's going to be harder to track down because you've got yourself the Time Walk, but scratching my head a little bit on that one. This doesn't feel like a great Faceless Void game. Might not be a bad one, but feels like a lot of the time when you pick a Faceless Void, it's because it's a very
specifically to counter to. Yeah, you see like an Invoker on your team. You want to drop the Cataclysm. You got a Lina. They can like pump damage in this Chronosphere. Like yes, you can catch a Storm Spirit. I'll give you that much.
True.
But it's not amazing against the Timbersaw inside the lane. You don't have damage to throw into it, and you're gonna need to carry this game pretty hard based on these other heroes. Ember Spirit, he is all right, but a lot of time people build him as like utility, backline, jump, and catch, and not huge DPS like he used to be back in the day with like your Battle Fury Daedalus builds. It is a different kind of hero. It doesn't pump as much damage into a Chronosphere, not as much burst. You whittle heroes down slowly. I'm not sure they would have picked up the Sand King, but the Necrophos is an interesting ban. I feel like heroes like Necrophos and Leshrac are very good alongside Faceless Void because the enemies all want to jump on top of them, which sets up a great Chrono.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see what this final play is from the 5RAT side. Thought kind of popped into my head of maybe... Hold on. Mystery Machine, carry Tiny at that point. Okay, well, that's going to work pretty damn well with the IO if he's just sort of paired up with him the whole time. And now, well, the thought that had popped into my head for 5RAT was maybe a position 3 Snapfire, but that has been something I think a little more South American, and the NA teams have been kind of shying away from it a little bit more, but it also wouldn't really be fantastic now if that Tiny just jumps in onto you and kills you instantly, so...
I am actually anti-Snapfire at the moment. I
Oh.
think the hero is very weak right now. The win rate on, I think, of the hero isn't very amazing across like almost any regions, and it's very easily countered by heroes jumping on top of you. It feels lackluster as a position 4 and very easy to counter out. Is my issue with it. I think it's been a little bit over nerfed. It is still pickable, but not nearly as strong as it used to be. And it is the hero that I was talking about. One of the most contested heroes of the current patch. Ended up making it through to 24 pick. Very cool.
Well,
And they'll mix it.
yeah, so three Prophet, Faceless carry. Nico will handle the Ember Spirit mid. I don't know about this. I mean, the Death Prophet at the 3 is nice in terms of giving them more team fight, more durability, but I still sort of go back to that Faceless Void as, I think, the biggest question mark for 5RAT.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna struggle in lane. If Demon can pop off in lane, great. Go off King, go off DNM. But I don't think that is going to be the case this game. Not against the Timbersaw.
Well, what do we? Oh, okay. One last guy I was picked is
AB1. Usually teams will like use the maximum amount of time so they discuss where they want to go and a little bit of strategy to start the game before the smokes. And it was probably what they were talking about to set up 5RATFORCESTAFF. So AB1 hadn't locked in yet. Well, Jube is the captain of Mystery Machine, by the way. That wouldn't surprise me. DNM is the captain of 5RATFORCESTAFF rather than AB1, or at least the drafter, it looks like. But, I mean, obviously, Jube and DNM have both been on, like, a bunch of teams. DNM was playing with, like, QPD and Fear and whatnot on Sad Boys. So, man probably has a lot of experience under his belt. Cool, calm, and collected during the draft. Oh, we forgot to mention this was the Battle of Brothers.
That's right. It was I guess Badger's gonna be pissed off at us now because we sort of we glossed over it a little bit, but we've got ourselves. Sorry, I forgot the original. The sequel to Hassan Bowl.
Thank you. I was gonna let you go off. I'm gonna butcher their last name pronunciation. I think you were waiting for me to go for it, but I'm absolutely not going to. You're gonna go for it?
No. It's like I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna mess it up.
Yeah. See, I feel the exact same way. We got the Battle of Brothers though.
Yeah,
Double King in DNM. Unfortunately, they couldn't play on the same team. It is actually like I'm very happy seeing Double King starting to succeed because he'd like just about made it into the DPC a couple times before on typical NA and whatnot with Rusi. I wonder where Rusi is now. I missed that guy.
Yeah.
A typical NA. I think they might have split up or something like that. I didn't get the chance to watch the most recent NA qualifiers.
Yeah, I would assume he was probably on another team in those qualifiers, but yeah, like you said, I didn't pay too much attention to the opens for the last tour, but
yeah, shout out to Rusi, by the way. Goated mid in NA. It's a shame there's no tournaments for anyone to play in. Other than this, let's go BTS.
Right. Always got to remember the shout out to BTS, our overlords.
On the BTS channel, very cool. All right, let's get the show on the road. Look, they're invading deep into the enemy team's jungle, but unfortunately, they're already scared up by this beautifully placed observer ward by AB1. He's in their heads right now.
They're not gonna contest for that rune though, but at least they know that they're there. That's like you said, It's all about the mental games. Who cares about the bounty? It's about letting them know. It's sending a message.
Yep. They aren't going to do anything weird with the lanes, by the way. It's going to be exactly who you expect in each of them. So Keeper of the Light, Giant up at the top, alongside Lil Nick and the Death Prophet, and then the bottom lane, Faces, Void, and Bane. I mean, you're going to struggle a lot on the Faces Void, but the Grimstroke isn't going to be able to provide too much. Usually he likes staying inside the lane with whatever hero he's with. That's how he helps out the most, but he'd just be sapping XP here, I feel. All he wants to do is trade with AB1, and he's going to lose these trades because you got Brain Sap on AB1.
Yeah. The other side of the coin, though, DNM doesn't really do anything. I mean, Tibb's not going to be able to make any damage stick onto him either, as you see right there, the time walk. But at the same time, you don't really have much in the way of aggression. You're just going to sort of sit here and farm, and the hope for 5RAT is that Mystery Machine just kind of go along with that, and this lane just kind of sits static, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, as long as you see it, like, the win condition for this lane in DNM is, like, just if you can see us decently and not just completely shut down by the Timbersaw. The action is obviously going to be elsewhere, I imagine, like the mid lane matchup of the Spirits and top lane. I want to touch on this mid lane matchup, by the way. You can see that one team has been scrimming more than the other. You can see High Shaggy actually, well, their Mystery Machine has actually placed a sentry ward over on the small camp there, so Ember isn't able to go clear that in his downtime, but they didn't do that to Storm, and this is much more important to do that to Storm.
That's true. They have not really blocked that off, and this late. Oh,
ooh,
okay.
Shaggy punished for going forward under the creeps there.
He got one hit off onto the courier, so if he gets that snipe, then maybe that's a little bit more worthwhile, but instead it's just kind of a little bit of extra damage, but we just got to reset on the wad.
Yep.
So not going to hurt him too much, and honestly, I mean, so far, even without any sort of extra farm from those side camps, you've got the Storm already sort of jumping out to a slight advantage.
Yeah. I mean, it is better against a lot of melee heroes. Playing into this is kind of annoying. He put the 201 build, by the way. I'll probably go a point to do Electric Vortex now. No, he went 202. So this is a sign that he probably just wants to farm. He's going to go over to this small camp here. You clear it a little bit faster, but you give up a lot of your kill potential not going for a point in the Electric Vortex. He's actually decided not to stack it either. This is kind of bizarre.
I guess he clears it fast enough, so just gets him back to lane a little bit faster. He's got himself some items coming out. Starting to see those Snow Talismans getting queued up. It's just the name of the game.
Enough is enough.
What's going on there? Molly Burgos sort of stepped out of lane for just a moment. Not gonna actually make any sort of rotation, but honestly, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot he can do in this. Oh, hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. Albino Zebra is going to get himself hit up. No, he's not. He dodges the stun with the Nightmare, and it's the Grimstroke who pays. That's...
Yeah, he baited him out there. He had a bunch of stick charges as well that he could have fallen back on if he was ever in any danger. He was just trying to bait him further into the tower and further back to Face's point, be able to help him find that kill. Super sick play there by AB1. What a gamer.
That's just... I guess if you're the Grimstroke, you just chalk that one up as you got outplayed. He's at least able to refill the bottom mid, though, so that death is not entirely a detriment, but you did give up first blood. Yeah,
but water boy, if you're dying, I need my water. Mid lane. Oh no, they're setting up on Shaggy. Giant is channeling a blast as well. If this connects, he's in trouble.
He got him rooted. He doesn't have mana. He needs to try and get away. Well, look at that. Molly comes in. Stroke of Fate gets that little bit of damage and slow, and Shaggy lives, but not by much. That was close.
All right. He's being provided mangoes and salves and clarities by his support so his game can recover. His game was almost just like ended right there. If he had gone down or was left with no HP or mana, things would be so much harder for him. He's already sitting pretty low, but he's getting close to level 6. And he's closer to it than Rid 2 is.
Yeah, he is. Little bit of that sort of experience advantage, so...
Yeah, from clearing out the small camps.
Game sort of, well, basically kind of game saving there. Or at least game saving for the first 5 minutes, right?
That was such a sick rotation on those 2 supports for the water rune, and then like the Nightmare into the Illuminate. Not quite enough though, unfortunately. So close.
And now this is the part that I kind of wanted to see, because Tib, he can solo this lane. Him against DNM, there's really nothing the Faceless Void can do, so you free up your Grimstroke to maybe try and make some plays. We saw that rotation mid that he was able to, get in there to sort of help save the Storm Spirit, so free him up, make some moves. The only problem is, since DNM doesn't need any help either, AB1's just gonna pretty much do the exact same thing.
You have to see AB1 get baited. Check this out. He's gonna place a sentry up in, like, Shaggy's got gamer sense, so he just walked away. He's gonna place a sentry on the high ground because he's probably so certain that there's an observer up there that scouted it. He's gonna lose 50 gold.
He's thinking about it. Not gonna fully... Oh, God. It is Shaggy. That's... Alright.
Yeah, he's going.
Second he shows up, he just zips in,
You
and
can't
now
nightmare
here's the
this.
gank. They're gonna get him with the root. No... No nightmare, though.
Yeah.
Shaggy able to zip
Yeah,
away.
you can't. As soon as you nightmare him, he wakes up because of the flame guard.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're being annoying, and yeah, Shaggy says, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore. Just shove off from the lane and go take some stacked camps, because that's the second time now they brought both of the supports over.
Yeah. Dude, is he not gonna sentry this? I was so certain that he would. Dude, is he gonna actually get the observer? Oh my god.
Oh,
AV1 is the best player in the world. I was so wrong to doubt him.
nicely done. Able to get the D ward. Now, what is this? Okay, Nico. Spots Shaggy in the jungle. Giant, how much can he really do here? The Illuminate is not available yet, but if they could bait this out a little bit longer, still not enough damage, but now High Shaggy, he's got to get healed up. Jubei, okay, Jubei saves him. Nico, he bought back. He wants this kill. He is not going to be denied, or maybe he actually is. He's not going to be able to get this. The Inkswell's going to stun him. The Baron's pulls him in.
He goes down eventually, but
Oh.
he's just off the map now for 50 seconds. They lost so many heroes. All right, a little bit of recovery because Little Nick coming in, but that was a disaster. They couldn't finish him off. They had eyes off of Jubei healing him up there.
The buyback, the jump in, he just, I mean, yeah, he gets it. If he doesn't get that kill, then it's just absolute, complete, and total disaster. At least you salvage something with that pickup, but that's still...
Storm's heading in top on a Little Nick now. Get out of there. Get out of there, tiny
Going
Nicholas.
for the sort of wrap around. No, he's not going for the wrap at all. He wants the farm. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I go for the hero, but I can get the guaranteed gold. It's a high Shaggy logic. He's getting that bag, man.
Okay, he's got the triple null talisman build.
Yeah.
He's gonna jump into the river looking for DNM. This should not be doable. Yeah, they were just here for the rune. Although if the Ember sticks around, never mind. I kind of assumed that the Grim was level 4 already and had his silence. That was not the case. He just hit it now, so he's got the Phantom's Embrace now. But for that fight, it was just... he was just kind of bluffing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe his team thought they hit it too. That's why they committed so hard and realized, oh shit, level 4, our bad.
Yeah, Shaggy's just like, yo, silence him. So, silence him. Have it. Tell him.
All right, speaking of disasters, bottom lane, the tower is long gone by now. I feel like we haven't really touched on that one yet. Getting pushed back, and where was facing forward? He's forced to farm the triangle where it's safe. Otherwise, you know, he's under threat of Storm Spirit jumping him. He's under threat of Timbersaw interrupting his farm. This is a rough game, man. We said it would be.
Yeah, but you know, there was a part of you sort of holding out, right? Thinking, well, maybe he pulls it off, but this is the kind of struggle start that we thought he would have. Meanwhile, no, okay, thought maybe Shaggy and
Double
Jubei
King,
would...
the superior brother, is 500 net worth ahead of him.
Well, they're pushing their way over into this jungle now, so I don't really know if this is a fight that they can really take. They're going to try onto the Ember, but he's just jumping away to the Remnants. But actually, he pulls him in with the Vortex. They're going to try for it. Look at those TPs coming in, though. They are rushing reinforcements forward. It might not be enough, though. Nico will still die. Jubei, he is the one to be sacrificed, but now Shaggy has no mana. He's slowed by the dilation.
8 charges. Can you get low? Oh! Wait, no. Earn. Okay. Oh.
Wow, if he'd have
That was
gotten
close.
away.
Yeah, that would have been an illegal move.
Well, that's maybe trying to do a little bit too much. I mean, they get the kill onto the Ember Spirit, but you had to commit so deep and so many of their resources for it that you don't really get back out after.
No, this is actually important. What Shaggy's doing is psychic damage to Red 2. Red 2 is a very, emotion player. And I'm pretty sure Shaggy knows this. If he goes for these ones, if he drops the tips off on him, if he dives him and dies for it, Red 2 will eventually tilt out of control, and he'll win this game. That's what he's hoping for.
Well, there's another. I got baited twice. First it was Molly not having level 4. Now I thought your Bane had his Fiend's Grip, but he's not 6 yet, so this Invis rune is not super effective. But up in the north side jungle, Lil Nick is going to get jumped in on. That's a very nice silence hitting onto everyone.
He's just full HP again.
Wow. Illuminate heals him, and now all of a sudden, Tib, I don't know if you want to be here anymore. Yep. Relocate play is going to pull him back, and your Storm Spirit just zips out. So, I guess at the end of the day, you know, you don't lose anything, but that's a 3v1 onto a Death Prophet that doesn't get you a kill.
Yeah. And you probably would have died if she had Exorcism available. He tried to punish her, obviously, but wasn't expecting the 4 points in the Spirit Siphon. All those charges and massive heal coming out. And the silence as well, so I'm being able to put damage in order to disable her before she got all those off. So what can you do, as they say? All right, over to the mid lane.
Yeah,
now.
what's
Right
going
here,
on
we can
here?
see what he's building now. He's got the Javelin queued up. He's going for Mythril Hammer, so Maelstrom going to be putting in the damage. We were concerned about how much damage they had to put in the Chronosphere, so it makes sense that this guy would go for more damage-oriented build rather than straight into BKB.
Yeah. Well, I feel like at this point, yeah, he's probably going to be able to get away with that. I don't think there's too much to immediately punish him, but Mystery Machine,
12-minute rule.
okay.
Shaggy used a lot of mana for this, but Nico already pretty
DNM.
low.
Got the Chrono onto just the Grimstroke, but 12 minutes in, solo Chrono for a support kill, sure, why not? Take the kill that you can get. DNM can continue to farm. His teammates, though, might want to start looking into mid, because that tier 1 tower, I mean, it's a Timber. He's not exactly just breaking through it, but can't really afford to just let him sit here either and just keep hacking away.
To blast him now, but he is a tanky boy.
Well, crisis averted, I guess. They just bring heroes in. Tier 1's tower continues to stand, and Mystery Machine, where was this, or where is this smoke gank heading? Shaggy and Molly Burgos are looking for a long wrap, but that's kind of too long. They'd have to get all the way into the jungle, and, well, if they made the move, they could probably get close to a kill on a DN, but
Double King status, though. He's farming a stack right now. He's about to be farming another stack once he sees the Ancients. Oh, never mind. He's not going to farm the Ancients until he's got an item shop. But he's got his Power Trade. He's got the Echo Saber. He's got Blitz Knuckles. This guy has excellent farm at this point in the game, and he's going to have his Egg Shard at 15 minutes as well. Probably just after he finishes his Blitz Knuckles. This guy is farming incredibly efficiency on the Tiny right now, even though he's 0, 1, and 0. And he's going to try to go for a kill on Nico.
okay. They get the stun, they get the silence.
No.
Able to kill that Phantom too quickly.
Yeah. Gets it off of him and Sleight of Fist into the Remnant out. Because it activates slightly quicker.
Well, I suppose that was worth a try as Tib, speaking of worth a try, well, he's trying to push out mid, but that's a lot of heroes. Fiend's Grip goes down. Exorcism even used there. And they're not messing around now if they wanted that kill, and now they can get the tower off the back of it too.
How necessary was that exorcism? Let me see this damage. Actually, was not that necessary.
Yeah.
But it was right beside the mid tower. They probably would have committed this anyways.
Double King tried to make a move. AB1, though, able to put him under. Meanwhile, there was a fight up top. Jubei gets picked off, and now Shaggy, he's got to retreat, using the last of his mana to sort of get away there, but
Can't go any further now. He's going to chase him underneath this tower. He is angry at this guy for what he did earlier, and he's going to get revenge.
Shaggy.
Right?
Yep. Got it. Molly Burgos just
6
TP'd
seconds till
in,
Chrono.
but
4.
waiting for his moment. Didn't actually need the Chrono. Now he can save it for Tib, and they've got him locked down. They don't have a crazy amount of damage, though. That is still the issue, and look at that Chakram all the way over. DNM says, you know what, no. I'm TPing away. He will get himself out of there. The question is, can the rest of 5RATFORCESTAFF make it out as well? Nico is doing a pretty solid job of dodging right now.
Oh, the Searing Chain ended up blocking Io, and then Io ended up blocking Double King going through the tree line there.
That is pretty slick, as now Jubei, well, he gets pulled back to his original location where AB1 was waiting for him. He will be able to find that kill, but cost him his life. Shaggy zips in, finds the return. Tib, meanwhile, actually finished the kill onto Nico up in that top lane as well, so he didn't give up on the chase, and the Ember, it was a nifty play, as you mentioned, getting the Searing Chains for the root and then the body block, but still wasn't able to get away clean.
No.
And now,
Now
now
they
they
go for
want
mid
more.
tower, and then you go for Little Nick.
Nick, pulled in by the Vortex. There's the Avalanche. Toss should be forthcoming. They've got another one. Mystery Machine. They're starting to string these together. They found the kills. They get the tower. 2k net worth lead, and, well, checking in on DNM's farm here. He's got a Mask of Madness, he's got a Maelstrom, and that's neat, but this is the other problem with the Faceless Void, right? Without the Chronosphere, these items he has doesn't really matter. If he doesn't have the Chrono, he doesn't go in.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of damage going in outside your Chrono. We're 16 minutes in the game. The Ember Spirit has still not quite finished his Maelstrom, so he's not got his first real item. He is essentially Brown Boots Bottle at this point. Okay, Mythor Hammer is now here. So his farming speed will increase. His damage is going to increase significantly in these team fights, but they have essentially shut down his game. That buyback and like double death to get Storm, like yes, he ended up getting him, but that completely ruined his game.
His net worth, it's straight terrible. He's below Giant right now. Wow, that's
damn. Go easy on him, K5.
I'm sorry, my eyes saw it. I just sort of spoke, but
yeah, it's been a rough game. He went for a play to recover the game. He went for an incredibly risky play that a lot of people wouldn't go for, because like if it goes wrong, it fails. But I thought it was hype.
Oh yeah, definitely hype. But well, you know, high risk, high reward, right? But I mean, sometimes it doesn't work out. But
well, it was more like high risk, low reward. But
yeah, still plenty of time though. I mean, he's got the Maelstrom, like you said. It's going to speed up that farming rate, but the only problem is DNM's kind of called dibs on a lot of the farm as Shaggy's going to jump in. AV1 dropped low, burn, gonna take him down, and well, I'm not really sure that this duo can do much of anything. The Chronosphere is back up, so they have it, but
yeah, I mean, even if you're making space right now, Little Nick, what are you doing? You can't fight Double King. Anyways, even if you know that your Faceless Void is farming or like kind of farming at the same time, like the Bane is going down, Tiny's also farming, and he's farming significantly faster than the Void. He's only like 2,000 net worth up in him at this point, but
okay.
Oh,
there's the Chrono. The problem is Giant's dead, so that Illuminate will not be coming in for extra damage. Nico's going to try to help out. They take down Molly Burgos, but now they're soulbound. They got the double silence, but look at the bashes coming in. The root's there as well. The Storm Spirit can't get away, and okay. Well, maybe they've turned this around. Tibbs getting run away from the fight. Juve will go down, and Double King, yeah, he decides against actually pushing all the way in there, so...
Really interesting. The 4v5, they managed to take that one. Like, decent amount of damage got at the start, but really it was a silence off onto the Storm Spirit. Died at pretty high mana. Would decide to go for this Orchid instead of the safer build, like the BKB, and I like it. It helps you set up for a lot and kind of punish Ember Spirit for his build. But, you know, as long as the enemies target you properly in these team fights, they can shut your game down just as well as you intended to do to this Ember.
5RAT able to turn around what was looking like kind of an awkward situation there, right? They lose Giant right away, but able to turn it around with that Chronosphere. So still hope for them, but again, coming back to that same point, Chrono down, so DNM is not an active participant for the next minute, but excuse me, by the time the next fight comes around, should be getting pretty close to his BKB, so if you can get that BKB active just to make sure you're going to be able to get in and hit the Chrono where you want it, then that could be big. But damage-wise, Double King is still very much supreme in this match.
Would you say that he's king?
I was trying to avoid it. I was like, wait, that pun's terrible, I can't. But Shaggy?
No way, I got you.
Shaggy jumping in again. Quick kill, gets out. Double King has spotted the Coddle. The Giant is just going to get sort of ambushed and taken down, and now without their supports, the cores aren't really looking so hot here. DNM, time walks off the initial damage. The problem is that means Nico just has to hold his own, and he's holding pretty damn well. Picks up the double as Tib and Shaggy die. But now, they might need to run. They're going to try to track down Molly, but Double King's still here, guys. He's here and he's big.
No. He's not going to throw?
Shaggy bought back. He's going to get it! Buyback, zip in. Nico's dead. They get the Vortex onto DNM. Okay.
Double King. All right. Drums are popped to help that escape with DNM here. AB1. Rushing that item. Now they go into Roche. You got to tether up to the
there we go.
King instead. All right, there we go. It is much better. But still, he's taking a lot of damage. He realizes he's not able to do this. They waste a little bit of time. But super sick buyback there by Shaggy, and just getting him before he completes that TP on the Ember Spirit. Again, shutting his game down. But even BKB on Ember, this game becomes much, much easier. But until then, are kind of just food to Storm.
That buyback, I don't know, that's a risky buyback. If you don't get that kill onto the Ember Spirit and you bought back for that, then you just look, okay, you look foolish like this. DNM missing with the Chrono. Shaggy is still not out of the woods, but looks like they want Jubei instead. That's a far easier kill. Can he tether away, though? No. Okay. Would have been nice, but DNM's able to get him with the final hit. So, I suppose you find a kill, right? But
Yes.
that's Chrono down again.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't what you wanted. So very quick reaction there by Shaggy. Zipping out to that one. Do you think that Chrono should cancel Zip, by the way?
Yeah, probably.
I think Zip needs more counters.
I mean,
you can fire Remnant through Chronosphere as well, though. Picking of 5 Remnant, and you go down the bottom lane, getting got on by Shaggy.
yeah, ooh. Remnant jump, keeping him safe. But while this is happening, Roche is still being taken. Double King and Tib just working their way through it. Kind of slow, but, you know, they got plenty of time, and they get the Aegis into Double King's hands.
Yeah, I think it's very distracting when Shaggy went on to Ember down the bottom lane, because, yeah, when they're making plays like that, or when Shaggy's making plays like that, you can imagine that they're not near the Roche, but he'd be hanging around there if that's what they were up to, but no, throws him off the trail.
This isn't gonna catch, is it? They're not.
It might.
Okay, good for Staff. Shaggy's rooted. He's just gonna zip away for now. The Illuminate, though. Giant gets him from range. Another sniper kill for the Coddle, and this. Okay. This is where it all sort of falls apart. Nico gets taken down, Giant dropping as well. Nick, though, pops the BKB and the Exo. They're going to try and get in here and turn this around. They've taken out Jubei first. They get the slowdown onto Molly Burgos. They're trying to just run him down with DNM. We'll find that kill as well. So all of a sudden, Double King, he's going to lose his first life. He's coming back up, but how much backup does he have? Tib is really the only one alive right now. And there's just nothing here. Tib, that's honestly the smarter maneuver there, because if you jump in too, there's just no way you can help. But Double King dies even with 2 lives. 3 other heroes down on the side of Mystery Machine, and
one of them pinged the tower. Little Nick walked away from the tier 1 with the exorcism still active, and no tier 1s don't have backdoor protection.
Oh, Tib. This is a little risky. He misses the chain, and now the Chrono.
Oh,
it actually clipped
Jubei.
Jubei.
Walk back into the Chrono. Oh, no.
Will he be able to go for a relocate right now? No.
He would have been able to relocate him. He accidentally walked back into the Chronosphere.
That's so brutal, and oh, Jubei, now he's going to die for it too.
Yeah.
There it is.
I mean, it's difficult there. He's inside the tree line. His path is like very limited. It has to be like 100% a pathing thing. He's trying to like play around to the right angle and then go for the tether relocate, pull him out, and isn't able to.
That is so rough, because like you said, I mean, if he doesn't get caught in that Chrono, that's a pretty easy relocate play to just pull Tib out. Instead, DNM gets a little bit of help with his Chronosphere. So this is very good news for 5RAT, right? We were talking about the Faceless being maybe a question mark for them, but the Chronos have been relatively solid so far. As Albino, yeah, he is going to get himself picked off there. DNM, this is an unfortunate BKB usage, because he still can't catch up to the Storm, but they have got eyes on Jubei.
He's taking a while to bring him down.
Okay.
I mean, while they do that, they force they tether these 2 heroes up, and now it looks like they're going in the backline.
Ooh. Molly Burgos gets taken down, which means they're on to Double King. He needs backup. They just can't save him, and now they get the 2-man route. They'll take down the Storm. They're on to Tibbs. They blow through everyone, and they lost AB1 in exchange. That's it.
Molly Burgers buying into the game for absolutely nothing as well. They are dominating now on 5RATFORCESTAFF.
Oh, he did. Oh, boy. That's...
Oh, no.
DNM? Okay, that's fine.
Please be fine. They try to force staff DNM.
Oh,
he's just gonna go for it! Make him stop!
DNM, really? Oh, okay.
Dude,
so much slow. Jubei.
Tier 3.
Jubei can't even
He's under
save
the tier 4. Don't go for Jubei. Don't go for Jubei. Come on. It's not worth it.
That's insanity, man. He dies past the tier 3 to get a support kill, but he's got it, and with everyone else dead, he knew there wasn't really going to be any actual consequence.
Giant force staff from all your silence too. You know what? Go for it, King. Yeah, don't give up. Put the beat down on them. To his own brother's team.
Now, they should get this tier 2 tower top for free as well, so they're just rolling. 10k net worth lead, and well, Double King, for all the sort of hype about his damage output, there's just no durability. That BKB can't come soon enough for him.
Friendship with Double King ended. Me and him is my new best friend. He's no longer at the top of the net worth.
Well,
they're gonna rotate him as well. They don't have vision of the tiny, but they know they're probably gonna be wanting to play close to that tier 2. So just gonna sit on the enemy team's triangle.
Okay, he's gonna avoid it for now.
They don't see him, yeah. They see him now.
Not a smoke play though. This is.
Yeah, they're waiting kind of. Oh no, they're going too far into their jungle now. Oh no, they see.
Oh,
what can you do?
Hello, Grimstroke. I'll hit him with the rook. He's got the invis. Okay, well, that didn't really help much. They still get the kill, but he was able to get off the soulbind before he dies, so maybe they can find some damage here. Double King's doing his best, but there's the chrono catching out too. Jube looking for the relocate. Can he pull Double King away? Yes, he can.
Nice.
But now Tib, yeah, he's not getting out. He's bashed. He's silenced. He's rooted. They will find the kill, and now they will sit here and patiently wait for an IO to fall right back into their lap.
What can you do?
Jube, he made the sacrifice. Double King's still alive.
Yeah. Nice job getting his support. Or sorry, his carry out of that one.
Shaggy.
Taking a lot of damage there on Dina.
He's hit by the fear. He's hit by the silence. Can I actually kill him off? Not quite, but they push him all the way back. And wow.
Yeah, the Spirit Vessel's keeping his HP low, so it takes him a little bit longer to come back out of the base and defend. But we are past 25 minutes into the game now. All right. Shaggy's going for the high efficiency plays. He's like bottling up, swapping his null talismans back in and whatnot. So he's probably going to do the same thing that the players in Europe are doing today, where, like, yes, you end up going for more items, but for defending your base purposes, you swap the null talismans in and out.
And fortunately for them, they're forced into this sort of defensive position now, although Double King's...
Yeah, but it's just, like, impossible to end against it.
And Double King's going to farm in the meantime.
Yeah, it is easier to catch Storm Spirit out with the Chronosphere if you can predict where he's going to land. But I definitely think that you should be able to interrupt the zip with a Chrono.
This is getting dangerous. Double King wants in, though. They've caught the Bane. Okay. AB1 taken out of the fight, but now they've got the Storm Spirit. He's silenced. He's just going to get completely locked down. Shaggy's dead, and the Tiny, he still didn't have his BKB when they went in there, so... Gotta try and pull back as quickly as possible. 1-for-1 trade is not good, because you lost the only hero that can basically guarantee your high ground defense right now.
Yeah. Looking to farm up. No, I thought he was going to try to farm up a little bit more. He's got a Silver Edge. He's going to try to jump the backline here. He can potentially catch DNM. That would be huge. He's going to go for it.
Okay. They're in. DNM dropped low, but he's able to get the time walk off. They're going to try and focus on Jube first. They do find the kill onto that IO. Now, what else can they do? High Shaggy back into the fight. Little Nick's going to get pulled in by the Vortex. Jube, though, actually buying back as well, but Double King, again, is kind of left alone on the front line. Jube eventually comes forward, and there's going to be the Chrono. Chronosphere caught out Double King. DNM got thrown up in the air, though, so they don't have the damage for the kill just yet, but he's still rooted in place. Jube not going to be able to really pull him out. He does have to relocate, but he's trying to just get him away physically, but now AB1 in with that. Did he use the Fiend Script for that? Yes, I think he did. They get the kill. And Shaggy may die here as well. He can't afford to. He just bought back!
It ended up making him commit another zip, and he ends up going down for it. Huge dodge there by AB1.
DNM, where the hell are you? He's past the tier 4s, killing off Jube.
I mean, we've seen this all before.
Wow.
The tip onto him as he goes for that one. They feel themselves now on 5RATFORCESTAFF. They're super sick plays out of them, and that team fight. I mean, trying to jump back. Oh, what? DNM's back.
Comes back. Bash. Dual Scepter comes out defensively. He's rooted, though, so he's not going to chain away, and they've got the kill. Okay. There's a buyback coming out, and he immediately TPs himself forward. That's eventually going to be enough to push 5RATFORCESTAFF back, but they did so much damage. Tier 3 down. The range rack's down 4. 4 buybacks used, I think, on the side of Mystery Machine as well. So they're just
Rush. Oh, it spawned just as he walked out of the pit. He had vision. Perfect time.
D&M.
So they had enough restraint to get back, even though the racks only took like 1 or 2 more, 2 or 3 more auto attacks to complete at the time. But they realized, okay, we're winning this game. We continue to win. We'll just walk back. I don't want to fight into them if this Timbersaw is going to buy back in the game. And now they're rewarded with a perfect Roche respawn. The moment they're checking it out, it comes back up, and Stormfit still isn't alive for another 18 seconds. So there's very little chance that Mr. Machine tries to contest this one.
Yeah, I mean they're moving towards mid, but this really is not a scenario where I think they can try for it. But they are getting closer. Tib, not going to get there in time. So Roshan taken. Nico gets the Aegis. He will take the Shard for himself as well. So he has the maxed out Remnants now. Both the Shard and the Scepter.
Yep.
So,
Shaggy's got Kaisange right now as well. Again, he still doesn't have the BKB. It's not as useful when you're playing against like a Chrono and a Fiend's Grip, but there's a lot of times where he's either getting silenced or hit by Searing Chains, and ends up dropping pretty low because of it.
Well, see what Mystery Machine can do now, because they're definitely behind the 8-ball on this one. 23k down, damage to the base, so also have to take into account again they used a couple of buybacks in that last fight, so they don't even have that sort of extra manpower to fall back on if one of these engagements does start going south. So maybe part of the reason why we're not seeing them just push headlong into a fight, they want to sort of bide their time. What's Double King building at this point? He's got a Blink and an AC queued up. Not sure which one he's going to go for first, but
probably the Blink. I think he very much needs to get on to top of these people and like little Blink Ava toss, double hit them.
Grimstroke trailing a little bit too far behind on that play, but I guess he eats a smoke gank, but they're still going. They're looking for more. Tib is going to get jumped in on. Shaggy, though, tries to go in. DNM is taking a little bit of damage. His BKB, though, comes out now. The Chrono, they're going to turn. They caught Jubei in this as well, so there's not going to be a relocate. So actually, they go for Shaggy first. All right. They take down the Storm. They take down Jubei. Now they can focus pretty much everything they've got onto the Tiny. Look at DNM. He is just flying back and forth, making sure no one can actually target him. And that will be it. A 5-man wipe into the GG call. 5RATFORCESTAFF just kind of demolish their opponents.
Yeah, very rough last team fight. I mean, trying to jump onto the Faceless Void and get him just before he's able to get like his Chronosphere or a Time Walk off, but he's like, what, 200 HP or something when he ended up surviving that at the end. And then, of course, he's got a Paladin Sword, he's got his Mask of Manas. As soon as the Chronosphere comes out, he ends up healing up enough inside the Chronosphere that he's back up to like 50-60% of the HP. And I think at that point it was just done. But shutting down this, even though like the Ember Spirit's game was getting shut down so hard at the beginning, they managed to come back into it. This is wild, man.
Yeah, I mean, he ends up 8-6 and 27 at the end of that game, so looks pretty good. Obviously, TNM kind of steals the show there. Jesus, 20-1 for his final sort of kill death, and well, I said Faceless Void was the sort of question mark for 5RAT. How well would DNM play that hero? This is about as strong of a Faceless Void game as I think you could have gotten.
20-1. I mean, you'd think he'd show his brother a little bit of mercy this game, but absolutely not. I thought Double King was going to pop off as well, but sick map rotations. Little Nick ended up performing amazingly as well, maxing out the spirit save from the start. Some failed rotations over to him. EB1's ward game on point. Some sick saves with the nightmares and whatnot this game. And I suppose Giant, he was a player as well.
Giant was there,
He played the video game.
It's kind of the thing with these CODL picks, right? We're so used now to seeing their contributions be consistent that it's kind of like, yeah, good game, but that's kind of what you're supposed to do. But
yeah, he did a lot of damage this game. 21,000 early earned Spirit Vessel. He's always dropping Solar Bind plus Spirit Vessel off onto people, so he did well. But he's Giant, so what can you do?
Unfortunately, you're so good that we just expect you to play this well all the time. But 5RAT,
we'll go with that. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to push people up here. I'm the hype man. That's all it is. 5RAT get the first win of this series. Now looking for the 2-0 sweep to keep their run in Phase 1 alive. Meanwhile, for Mystery Machine, backs against the wall now. No more room for error. They've got to win out the next 2 games, otherwise they will be eliminated from the event. So with that in mind, it's all going to come down to the next draft. We'll see what adjustments Mystery Machine will make and if it's going to be enough. So we'll be stepping away for just a couple of minutes. Game 2 draft coming up